As always, along with the major feature additions in the new version, we've also made some smaller changes to the editing workflow based on user feedback. These changes make working in the timeline more comfortable and efficient. The most notable of these changes involves the Spacebar shortcut that controls project playback. Open a project and press the Spacebar. As always, this starts the project playback so you can review your work. With the project playing, press the Spacebar again. Unlike previous versions of Vegas Pro, this pauses the play cursor instead of stopping it. This results in the play cursor pausing at the location it was at when you press the Spacebar, instead of it returning to the original start location as it did in previous versions. We realize this is a major workflow change for existing users, but it makes sense to align Vegas Pro behavior with the industry standards. If you don't like this behavior and want to return to the traditional behavior, click the More Buttons button under the video preview window. Select the Make Spacebar and F12 Play Stop instead of Play Pause option from the list. You can use this option to easily toggle between the two behaviors. We've also added a new preference which enables users to set another default behavior to the more industry standard behavior. In Vegas Pro, when you click a timeline clip event, you not only select the event, but you also jump the timeline cursor to the click point. This jumping to the click point behavior is unique to Vegas Pro, and while longtime users tend to prefer it, new users and users who need to jump between Vegas Pro and other editing software may get tripped up by it. To see the default behavior, open a project and click an event in the timeline. Notice that your timeline cursor jumps to the click location. You can now set Vegas Pro to the more industry expected behavior. To do so, choose Options, Preferences, and click the Editing tab. Deselect the Move Timeline Cursor when clicking on an event checkbox and click OK. Now click another event in your timeline. This selects the event, but the cursor does not jump to the click location. Remember that you can always drag the cursor to a new location, click above the timeline ruler to move the cursor to the click location without deselecting the currently selected event, and click any empty area of the timeline to move the cursor while also deselecting all events. You can use the new preference to toggle between the traditional Vegas Pro behavior and the new behavior at any time. Next, we've changed the scrubbing behavior of the timeline cursor when you drag it by the cursor playhead. In previous versions, that operation enabled users to scrub through the timeline based on project audio. While this works well for that intended purpose, it gave the impression of a poor scrubbing experience for users who intended to scrub based on the video. With this change, when you drag the playhead, you scrub through the project based on video, which results in a smoother, more natural scrubbing experience for video focus. To experience this new scrubbing behavior, drag the timeline cursor playhead back and forth through your timeline. Notice that you don't hear the audio, but you can watch the video preview window to see how smoothly you can scrub through the timeline. For those times when you do want to scrub through the timeline based on audio, you can still drag the rate slider back and forth or use the JKL shortcuts to control playback.